There was this guy, Dave, actually. He was due to fly out to Chicago for a job from New York. So just a few hours before he was due to fly out, he wanted to sort of take his wife out to dinner. So they called this cab. The cab came, took them, was about 15 minutes. And the cab driver was quite good, actually. Mike, his name. So he talked to them and showed them a few places and suggestions of good places where they could eat. So they arrived and went to one of the nice restaurants there near Central Park. Yeah, they went there to have dinner. So whilst they were having dinner, the guy started looking out to his pockets to actually reach out to his phone. And actually, to his shock, he had actually forgotten the phone in the taxi, in the cab itself. So obviously there was a big element of panic because, you know, all the connotations that come with that. You know, he had to cancel his cards or his contacts, sensitive information, and it was just a big inconvenience. And this is quite a nightmare for him. So in the moments of panic, he actually took his wife's phone to actually call his number. And the cab driver actually picked up the phone, an Indian guy, and asked him, you know, when he called, he answered. So he said, yeah, who is this? And then he said, yeah, I was in your cab, and gave him a long story of, you know, what the implications were, and he was due to fly out and all of that. And the cab driver realized, oh wow, this phone is quite important to you. Okay, that is fine, because he had actually gone back on another journey and he was quite far from this place as well. But just having realized how important this is, he actually agreed with the guy that, okay, I will come as quickly as I can to find you where you are. They arranged a meeting place and he came and brought the phone to him. But the guy was just so amazed with the small picture thinking of the driver, in the sense that Mike left them feeling a little bit better in themselves, and he was just amazed that there are people out there who can actually think of others in that sense and actually be generous and make other people's life a lot better because of the consequences. And he didn't even actually set his meter or ask them for a payment, actually. So what happened was the guy Dave actually just gave him all the money that was in his pocket. It was $80, but eventually when he actually went on his thing, he actually sent the guy $5,000 as well, just for the generosity and just the genuineness of the guy, that he did this kind gesture, which was you know, a nightmare that was you know, turned into a noteworthy experience for him, because it is something that could have cost him a lot of, you know, big inconvenience, you know, cancelled cards and contacts and all the sensitive information. But the guy was kind enough to have this small picture thinking of making someone a little better by actually, you know, driving all the way, coming back to give him back the phone and everything else. So that is, whilst, you know, this thing is big, don't ignore the small gestures that you can do, but they make a big difference to people. You know, we often go for the big things, like, oh, that big social media following, or the, you know, we shouldn't forget the here and now and the small bits of gestures that we can do for people to make them feel a bit better. There's always this gap about, you know, what we sow and what we reap, but the small things and the small gestures that we do to make people feel a bit better, to make that little difference in people's life, is what takes us and leads us to the big things that we can eventually get in ourselves. So I thought that was quite a good a story to understand that, you know, there are genuine people out there who would do things for people, you know, without asking for anything in return. But, you know, more often than not, whatever you sow, the goodness, the good deed, the good seed that you sow will reap you a very good harvest. So as you go about your experiences, as you go experience and grow, make sure that you actually get to make the lives of others a little bit better as you go about your business. So until next time, cheerio.